Photography, persistence of vision, toys with spinning discs, all of the puzzle pieces needed for inventing the motion picture were there, but it would take a gambler's bet to bring them all together. One of the great mysteries of the time was how animals actually moved. Today, this may seem quaint, but in the past, there was no way to observe movements too quick for the naked eye. How exactly did a horse gallop? Did all four hooves leave the ground at once? Nobody knew for certain. Eadweard Muybridge, a photographer, was hired by Leland Stanford, a former governor, to settle this question once and for all. Stanford, a horse breeder, had made a bet that a horse did lift all four hooves off the ground at full gallop, and he was determined to prove it. But how do you photograph something moving faster than the eye can see? Muybridge had an audacious plan. In 1877, he constructed an elaborate setup along a specially built racetrack. A dozen cameras positioned precisely along the track, each one tripwired and ready to fire. Thundering down the track, Stanford's horse triggered each camera's shutter, capturing split-second photographs of the galloping horse. Muybridge's technique was a gamble, but it paid off spectacularly. Stanford won his bet. But in the process, something much more important happened. Muybridge had made a breakthrough in the development of the movies. When he mounted the sequence of photos on a rotating disc and projected them through a lantern, he produced a kind of moving picture of a horse at full gallop. But is this the first motion picture? It's a little hard to say. You get the sensation of motion, but you can also see the remnants of still photographs. The motion isn't smooth because Muybridge's cameras could only capture about 8 photographs per second, not quite fast enough for fluid motion. The standard for movies would eventually become 24 photographs per second, or what we now call frames per second. 1 year later, French scientist Etienne Jules Marais saw Muybridge's galloping horse photographs in a scientific journal and was fascinated. Inspired by those camera sequences, in 1882, Marais developed a photographic gun capable of taking 12 photographs per second, the first crude movie camera. He captured everything from cats landing on their feet to human muscle movement, creating what he and Muybridge called chronophotography. The groundbreaking work of Muybridge and Marais excited inventors worldwide. Their discovery spread, and the race to perfect the motion picture intensified on both sides of the Atlantic. Some inventors would gain fame and bring the motion picture to the masses. Others would vanish into history.